Hey, little heroes, are you ready to go on an exciting adventure with your favorite jungle pals? Well, buckle up because we're about to embark on a wild ride filled with laughter and excitement. So grab your helmets, hold on tight, and get ready to explore the wonders that await us. But before we start our journey, I have a question for you. What do you think is the most important quality for an adventurer to have? Is it strength, intelligence, or maybe a sense of humor? Let us know in the comments below, and who knows, your answer might just inspire the next chapter of our hero's adventure. Now let's dive right in. Welcome to Jungle Town, where the trees are tall, the waterfalls are high, and the silliest banana in the jungle lives. Our story begins one morning when Monkey Max is swinging through the trees, humming a happy tune. Suddenly, he spots his best friend, Parrot Polly, sitting on a branch looking rather gloomy. "Hey, Polly, what's wrong?" asks Max, swinging closer. "I thought we were going to pick up some juicy mangoes today," she says with a sigh. "But those silly farmers picked them all before sunrise." "Oh, don't worry, Polly," says Max, always the optimist. "There are plenty of ripe bananas on my tree. Care for a delicious banana smoothie?" "I sure would love a refreshing smoothie," Polly says, perking up at the thought of a tasty treat. "Great, let's go." Max grabs 2 bananas and they head over to the nearby stream to make their smoothie. As they arrive, they notice a tiny worm struggling to climb out of the water. "Oh dear," says Polly. "Are you all right, little worm?" "I was on my way to the juicy water lilies," the worm explains, "but the water's so high, I can't reach them." "Don't worry," says Max, handing the worm one of the bananas. "Here, take this banana peel and use it as a bridge." The worm happily munches on the peel and uses it to climb to the water lilies. "Thanks, Max," he says with a smile. "You're the best monkey around." Just then, a loud rumble echoes through the jungle. "What was that?" Polly asks, startled. "Could it be the rumbling waterfall?" Max looks worried. If the waterfall dries up, all the animals will be in trouble. "We have to warn everyone," he says, rushing off to tell the other animals. Max finds Elephant Ella and Giraffe Gina by the dried-up river. "Ella, Gina, you have to come see the waterfall," he says urgently. "It's starting to dry up." "Oh my gosh," says Gina, her long neck drooping. "Without water, how will we survive?" "Don't worry," Max says. "Banana has a silly plan." Ella and Gina look puzzled. "A silly plan?" "Yep," Max says with a wink. "He's going to save the day once again." They all hurry to the waterfall to see what Banana has come up with. When they arrive, they find Banana wearing a pair of sunglasses and holding a coconut. "Ta-da," he says. "I have an amazing idea to bring the water back." "Really? What is it?" Ella asks, her eyes wide with hope. "Well," says Banana, taking a sip from his coconut, "we're going to build the biggest water slide in the jungle and fill up the river that way." "That's a great idea," Gina says, her spirits lifting. "But how are we going to make a water slide in the middle of the jungle?" Ella asks. "That's where you come in," Banana says to the animals. "Each of you will bring something to help us build the slippiest slide in the whole wide jungle." "Okay," the animals say in unison, getting to work right away. Parrot Polly flies off to gather colorful paints to decorate the slide. Monkey Max uses his sharp eyes to collect smooth pebbles to make the slide shiny. Meanwhile, Elephant Ella uses her trunk to dig a big hole at the top of the slide where they will pour water. And Giraffe Gina uses her long neck to measure the slide, making sure it is just right. As the animals work together, they sing and dance, making new friends and feeling the joy of working together. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the water slide begins to take shape. It's tall and proud, ready to carry water from the top of the hill to the dried-up river below. When everything is finally in place, the animals gather around the base of the slide, looking up at the huge structure they have built together. "Now we just need some water," says Banana, scratching his head. "I bet Farmer Joe has some extra water from watering his crops," suggests Polly. "Let's ask him real quick." As the animals make their way to the farm, they hear a loud crash and see a huge puddle of water spreading across the ground. "Oh no," says Ella. "The water's escaping and it's heading straight for the river." "We have to stop the flow," says Gina. "If the water reaches the river, it will wash away all of our hard work." Just then, Silly Banana has an idea. "I know just what to do," he says with a mischievous grin. "Everyone, it's time for Plan B." The animals look at each other confused. "What's Plan B?" "Well," says Banana, leading them back to the waterslide, "our waterslide will act as a dam and stop the water from flowing further." "That's brilliant," says Polly. "We can use our combined strength to hold back the water until we figure out a better solution." Together, the animals stand shoulder to shoulder, forming a human chain around the water slide. They brace themselves as the water from the broken pipe surges forward. 1, 2, 3, they count, leaning into the effort. The water builds up, threatening to spill over the top of the slide. "Almost there," pants Max. "Just a little bit more." The water reaches the peak of the slide and then slowly begins to trickle down, filling up the river and bringing it back to life. As the last drop of water flows into the river, the animals cheer. "We did it!" they shout, celebrating their success. Suddenly, Silly Banana starts to giggle. "I knew you could do it," he says with a big smile. "It was all part of my plan." The animals laugh, realizing that Banana had orchestrated the whole thing. "You're such a trickster, Banana," says Ella, with a playful swat on his back. "But you saved the day." "Hooray for Silly Banana!" chant the animals, and they all run to the river to splash and play in the newly flowing water. As the sun sets over Jungletown, the animals gather around the riverbank, watching the sunset and sharing stories of their adventure. "We faced a scary situation, but we didn't panic," says Gina. "Instead, we worked together and found a solution." "That's right," says Ella. "We learned that no matter what challenges we face, we can overcome them if we put our minds to it." "And we learned that even a silly idea can save the day," adds Banana with a wink. The animals laugh and continue to chat, their hearts filled with the joy of friendship and the satisfaction of a job well done. They know that no matter what challenges may come their way in the future, they can face them together and emerge even stronger than before. As the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky, the animals say their goodbyes and head to their homes, their minds filled with dreams of new adventures and the importance of working together. The river flows peacefully, carrying the sound of laughter and the promise of a brighter, more hopeful tomorrow. And now it's time for you to join in on the fun. Did you enjoy the exciting escapades of Monkey Max, Parrot Polly and their friends? Well, if you want more laughter, more adventures and more silly fun, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. We have so many more jungle tales to share with you, and we want you to be part of the fun. So keep on adventuring with us and let the laughter continue. But before we go, remember to click the bell so you are always the first to know when a new episode is out. And hey, why not leave us a comment below with your thoughts and ideas for future stories? We love hearing from you, our amazing viewers. So keep being awesome, keep being curious, and keep being kind. Until next time, happy adventuring.